Here's a story about a guy that was all in on slots, wins $10,000, tries to defraud the casino, and ultimately ends up a missing person. I met this individual when I was homeless. He was a lot of fun. He was one of these people that was very sort of outgoing, very extroverted, very in the moment. And you know, he was young, I was young. We knew him to be a little bit older. And when I say we, this is where I met my girlfriend. This is before I actually become a casino dealer.
Oh, ladies and gents,
I have this car, and there's a moment where I'm transitioning from LA to Garden City, Kansas, of all places. I'm commuting back and forth, and if you're wondering why I'm commuting back and forth, it's because I'm working as a stand-in on these movie sets, which pays ridiculously well. It was worth it to me to drive all the way to LA, work 3 weeks, 4 weeks in LA, and then go back to Garden City where I was living there with my girlfriend. Now in this whole transition, I meet this friend. We get this friend a job to work at a beef packing plant where we live in Garden City, and it pays really well. And when you sign up, they tell you things that might happen to your physical body and what they're worth. So if you lose a finger, they pay you X amount. People will lose fingers and limbs here and there. You know what I mean? These things happen at a beef packing plant. And they will pay you. So anyway, so we get this guy this job. And he works there for an entire month and makes $5,000. And in the process, he finds himself a girlfriend and a house to rent. His life seems to be coming all together, dude. He went from homeless in LA to beef packer, $5,000, house and a girlfriend. Not too bad. There's a point where I got to drive back to LA. I got another job. I got a gig. Now he had lost a piece of his finger, which is one of the reasons he wanted to get out of Garden City and go to LA. At this time in my life, I am not yet exactly 21. I'm very close to 21 years old. We come by and we're on our way from Garden City, Kansas to LA. And of course, we go through Vegas. And my friend starts a gambling spree that is completely outrageous. We're there for 2 days, and apparently he's just out there gambling on tilt.
Scrape it! Scrape that motherfucker! Scrape that shit, Johnny! Outstanding.
So much so that the $5,000 he had accumulated in the last month working at this Montford beef packing plant where he had lost the tip of his finger, he has donked all of his money. He is literally broke. Crazily, he asked for money from his home through Western Union, but it's a way for people to go to their bank, go to a Western Union counter, and then you could pick it up at another Western Union counter somewhere else. So he has his family Western Union him, I believe it was $200 exactly. He continues gambling.
What? No, all right. I know that sounds bad.
But he hits a jackpot on a slot machine for $10,000. Oh my God, you won $10,000 in Las Vegas, but here's the thing. No one's paid him yet. He's gotta go and take his ID, his social security card in order to collect this money because it's a big fat jackpot. If you hit under $1,200, you just go to the cage and you cash out. They might ask for an ID, but it's pretty easy, right? Over $1,200, it's a hand pay, and now they need social security. So back then, social security card and your driver's license. And he comes back and he's like, you know what, guess what? I lost my ID. Listen, I'm gonna have to go all the way back to Garden City to find my ID. And he's like, well, I'll pay you $1,000 to drive me back to Garden City and come back to Vegas. This is literally 1990-ish, $1,000, ton of money. If you look it up and you do the whole inflation and everything else, literally a ton of money. That sounds like a good deal. I'm gonna go drive your ass from Las Vegas to Garden City, Kansas and back. Now you can look that up, that's quite the ride. We do it, by the way, in like 2.5 days. He's now supposed to have this ID with him. And I've seen it, it's an ID. He's got his ID, he's got everything he needs supposedly. We go to the Tropicana and there's an office he has to go, like a little slot office. What's crazy is before he goes into the office, you can see that he's very nervous. And I say, dude, why are you so nervous? It's gonna be fine, they're just gonna give you money. Because I'm thinking he's worried there's a Guido gonna be in there. He's gonna be like, listen here, dude. We don't want to pay you $10,000. We're going to take your other finger real quick. He goes into this room. Next thing you see is there's police.
FBI, open up!
Someone comes out of the room and tells us, hey, you guys should go home. Casino is prosecuting him for a misdemeanor. So we go to pick him up the very next day. We're trying to get to the bottom of, listen, why did they arrest you? What the hell's going on? You had your ID, you were just there to pick up your money, like what happened? And he's like, well, the ID is a fake ID.
Wait, you changed your name to McLovin?
Finally, he explains he's not 21. He lost a fake ID he's been using his whole time, even to get his job at Montfort, by the way, which I'm sure the bar there is low. Now he's telling me he's not even 21, he's not gonna get the money. And I'm just like stunned. This person who, a couple months ago, I knew on the streets of LA, I counted him as one of my good friends, someone who would have my back and support me, and he was trying to turn his life around and evolve and the whole thing, and here he had totally screwed me over. You know, we come to these moments in life that it's a really big aha and a waking up where we understand the frailty that human beings are just so sus. This was one of those times because I was so convinced that this person was always honest and always straight, you know, was loyal, was just all of these good words, and all those good words just fettered away. And here I was confronted with the raw truth of a person who just wanted to fuck. And I couldn't afford to be fucked over because I had a young baby at home and a girlfriend that was giving me shit. Here I was in Vegas on a vacation I couldn't afford, spending money on a room and food I couldn't afford. Thank God the breakfast there was $1. I'm completely disgusted at this individual, and crazily as it sounds, he's convinced that if he just goes to LA and get a better fake ID, he'll still get his money. He'll still find a way to get his $10,000. It'll still work out great, but he wants me to take it. No, I'm out. I'm out. I gotta go home. I got work. I got other shit to do. Thank God I had other shit to do. And I had a really naggy girlfriend.
You have two options. You end stream and we discuss this, or I leave. Which one?
What do you think, chat?
We never hear from him again. Never. He doesn't go back to Garden City. He quits he just never shows up. His girlfriend, the house, all of it, gone. We talked to the girlfriend. We know her. We live, fairly close. Nothing. There's no dynamic whatsoever. He literally disappears off the face of the earth. I have no idea if he ever went back to the Trop. I have no idea if I'm assuming he went back to LA. Maybe to this day he's still homeless, or does drugs, whatever the case is. I don't know. Maybe his life worked out fantastic. Maybe he was Elon Musk as a young person. I don't know. At the time, I did not wish him well. As an older person today, I wish him well. And then off to Keno to unwind.
Well, the truth is,